Good morning. Good morning. And you know the drill. As I'm getting everything set up, just go ahead and say hello and let me know that you're here and give me just a few moments while I hit live in all the places. Here we're going. All right, cool. So let me make sure I'm live over here. Yes. All right, now let me pull this up on my phone and we'll hop on it because today's a good one. Well, they always are, but I'm feeling really excited about this one. I'm going to be doing a little process with you guys. I decided to do a little short visualization at the end to help you kind of tap into it a little bit more. And so as you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here. And I'm just going to go ahead and go straight to the affirmation so that we can have time to do the visualization. I'm excited. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning. Good morning. Great to have you here. All right, so here we go. Our affirmation for today: what I nurture with gratitude grows beyond measure. I am the conscious creator of my destiny. That feels really good, but then it can feel really bad at the same time, because if you are the conscious creator of your destiny, that means that you're not a victim of circumstances in your life. And so whatever you got now is all of your own nurturing, right? And the beauty in that is, if where you're at is not exactly where you want to be, you just have to figure out how to tweak your thoughts a little bit to make it so. And most of the time, we're going through on automatic pilot. We've got automatically thinking in our mind about what happened yesterday. You may even be, great to have you, Wendy. You may even have fleeting moments of thinking about things that went wrong in your past. And, I was even prayed to this the other day, and I don't even remember what it was that I was second guessing, right? And it was from years ago. If I had made this decision differently, and then I got to thinking about it, I thought, what the hell does it matter? Because I love my life. I love who I am now. So had I made a different choice, I wouldn't be who I am. And who knows, right? There's so many places in my life that I've made a choice that I second guessed it later. And sometimes the choices were that I went through this major learning journey. And so I feel like if that's what happened, then that's what was supposed to happen, to put me in the trajectory. Like, I think I was talking about it the other day, and I talk in so many places that sometimes forgive me if I repeat myself, because I can't remember if I was talking about it here or on a podcast or, so anyway, the thing is that people that inspire us and help us to expand our horizons and to see the world in a different way and see the opportunities, those people are not the people that were coddled and never had anything show up in their life, right? They didn't live this magical life their whole life. They're inspiring now because of what they went through. And if you think about any movie or any series that you watch that is compelling, and especially the feel-good ones where somebody really goes through a lot and then they come out in this beautiful place, the story would not be near as good had it been so easy for them, right? And it's not that we're wishing for things to be hard, but one of the things, is it Jim Rohn? I think it's Jim Rohn that says, don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. And so that is what, when I ever go down the rabbit hole, and with my podcast, it's all about our mosaic life. And I know that. And I believe that. But every now and then, there's a little thought that pops up. If I had done that different, and I will say the one that popped up recently for me was if I had started investing when I first learned about investing, where would I be now, right? But the thing is that obviously that wasn't my journey. Um, it wasn't supposed to be so easy. And so I had a lot of ups and downs. And for a tremendous amount of my life, it was a down on the financial stuff, right? And it still has this ebb and flow to it. And it's something that I'm embracing, that I didn't do all that investing. But that means that I understand on a deeper level what that would have done, so that I am talking to people that are younger than me and telling them, if you haven't done any so far, that's okay. Start today, right? And I even share with them some different apps. I share with them different ways to do it, right? And things weren't as easy back when I first learned about it. But who knows? Even if they had been easier, like now, all the apps and the different ways that you can do it yourself, who knows if I would have done it? I have no idea, right? And the thing is, that's okay. It's okay to be where I'm at. It's okay to look back and see all those places that I could have made a different choice. And the thing is, not to get too woo-woo, but the science is showing that there are alternate places. So every time you made a decision, the decision that you almost made that you didn't, and the decision you made live simultaneously. And so in 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 whatever way it's available, you could tap in your thoughts to what things would have been like. But the thing to me is that it doesn't matter, because even if that would have taken me to an even more brilliant, glorious place in this position right here, I love me and I love the journey that I'm on. The bad, the good, the indifferent, right? So, what I'm talking about is really having gratitude for each and every obstacle that I have overcome. So, I ask you, what are you nurturing right now with gratitude? So, when you can feel grateful for where you are, even though all the trials and tribulations that you have gone through or could still be going through, they're there for a reason. And so when you can start appreciating all the journey, the place that you've landed, then everything that you appreciate appreciates. So you just grow beyond measure, right? Because you are the conscious creator of your destiny. And remember, anything that comes after the words I am is ultra powerful, right? So the fact that this is ended with I am the conscious creator of my destiny gives it greater power to change your life. Because if you want the outer environment to change, it has to change in here first. That's why, like with my programs and everything that I offer, we start with here, and we declutter our lives, our actual environment, to make room for the good, right? But at the same time, we're decluttering our thoughts and our mind, because a cluttered space is just a mirror for a cluttered mind. You are always where you're supposed to be. Yes, yes. And the thing is that sometimes to know that is one thing, to appreciate it is another, because wherever we are may not feel so good in the moment. And that's okay too, right? It's being able to find that appreciation even in the darkness. And sometimes that's a big ask, right? Because when something's wrong or something's showing up that we don't want, we condemn it and we try to figure out how to change it. But one of the books that I love is Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And so when we take something that we're going through and just try to flip the script and not even deal with it, then sometimes we're burying the emotions, and we need to just go ahead and let them out. Let it out, purge it out, and then become new, right? And it's like we recently did the BYOB. Sue and I did. It's and I think I had put the event in the group, but we'll be doing it again. We're going to do it once a month, but it's burn your old beliefs. And so it's a burning bowl ceremony that we go through, and we pull out at a belief that's really, really not good for us. We do symbolically, we burn that belief to release it. And then we put in a new belief in its place, because we don't leave a void, right? If you leave a void, there's a spot for something that you haven't decided what goes in there. And we want to make those decisions, right? So back to the affirmation. I know I get off on a tangent about all kinds of things, and I apologize for that. However, that's just the way it is, right? What I nurture with gratitude grows beyond measure. I am the conscious creator of my destiny. Delicious, right? All right, now let's go for the journal prompt. Let's see, did I get, oh, good. Sometimes I get so heavy-handed with what I'm typing out that it won't all fit, but this time it did. All right, so our journal prompt today: where in life can I focus more appreciation to invite greater growth? Where in my life can I focus more appreciation to invite greater growth? And like I said, I'm going to take you through a little visualization, and that will help you with what we're talking about right here with the journal prompt. So it's going to be really, really good. And then so after this, if you go back and you watch the replay, you can do it again and see where would be the best place for you to start, right? And how can I take ownership of my path today with intentional gratitude and action? How can I take ownership of my path today with intentional gratitude and action? Because gratitude by itself is amazing, right? But we want to be taking inspired action. We want there to be something that comes after the gratitude. We want to really love into the gratitude, right? And then as you do, there'll be some kind of inspired thing that comes to you, and you want to take action on it. You don't just let it sit there. And we're going to go through, like I said, a little process to help you with that. All right, so let's go back. Where are we on time? Oh, we're good. The affirmation for today. Remember, put this on your index card, the screensaver on your phone. Put it on your sticky notes. Put it somewhere that you will see it, so that all day you will be reminded of this affirmation, because it's powerful. What I nurture with gratitude grows beyond measure. I am the conscious creator of my destiny. Like a breath of fresh air, right? And then the journal prompt. And as I always recommend, get out your notebook, your journal, and set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes. And then write down the date, the affirmation, and the journal prompt on your paper. And then take that time in silence. So what we're going to do is you're going to say the affirmation and the journal prompt out loud with emotion, with feeling, right? And then you're going to hit the start on the timer, and then you're going to tap in to your inner knowing, your inner guidance. And the way you do that is you just focus on your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. And as your mind starts to wander, which it always does, we're human, right? When it starts to wander, as soon as you notice it, Because what happens to me is I will be breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And suddenly I'm thinking about what I need to do in just a little bit. And then I'll be thinking about, well, when I had breakfast this morning, did I clean that up? And all of a sudden I'll realize, whoa, wait a minute, where are my thoughts going? And then I come back to my breath, right? So that's what really, really helps you, is to, as soon as you notice the chatter, you don't say, oh, I'm doing this wrong. You just say, okay, focus on your breath, because it's a natural thing for your brain to do, right? You just keep coming back to the silence and your breath. Sometimes I even have to focus on the sounds in the room. So my ceiling fan is going. I can hear the ceiling fan. I can hear the hum, the little hum from my computer. And I can hear the chimes that are going on downstairs. And right now I've got some men that are doing a mold remediation in a room that had some flooding when we had the hurricane a few months ago. And so I can hear them moving around, right? So I can hear these sounds. So what you do is you label the sound like, that's the ceiling fan, that's those men working, that's the chime, that's my computer. And that just kind of brings you back into the present moment, because you can't think two thoughts at the same time. And as soon as you're zapped back into the moment, then you start focusing on your breath again. You don't have to keep worrying about what the affirmation and the journal prompt are. Your subconscious mind already knows. But when that timer goes off and you pick up your pen or your pencil and you start writing, you just let it flow. Don't judge it. Don't critique it. Don't analyze it. Just let it flow. Write whatever comes up, even if it makes zero sense. Even when it makes zero sense, you just write it out. And then you're going to find that you have tapped into your inner guidance, your God voice. And the things that will flow out of you may not make a bit of sense, but they're there for a purpose. So let it flow. And then later you can go back and you can look at it and see, what does this mean to me? What is this about? And if you can't figure it out, it's okay. It's there for a reason, but you don't need to know. You just keep on going, right? So where in my life can I focus more appreciation to invite greater growth? And how can I take ownership of my path today with intentional gratitude and action? That's a lot. And it's going to be amazing when you get that written out, right? But I was thinking about it as I was prepping this morning, and I thought, it might be a good little time to do a little quick visualization with you guys. So I see we got some people watching, some people listening. Let me see what's going on over here real quick. All right. And hello, George. Georges, I can see you over there on Instagram. And if you want, just join in the visualization with us. And I've got some people over here on Facebook as well. And and now if you are driving a car, don't do this. You can come back later. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just this is your visualization exercise to get you to tap into your garden of abundance. So I want you to, hopefully you're in a place right now where you're not going to be interrupted and it's quiet and you can sit comfortably, just kind of get into a place that your body feels good, maybe shake it out a little bit. And then go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to take a few deep, slow breaths, and I'm going to walk you through that. So I'm going to give you just a minute to get situated. I'll take a sip of my coffee while I'm doing that, or while you're doing that. All right. So go ahead. Close your eyes on down if they aren't already. And then go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. And hold it and let it go. And we're going to do that one more time. Go on and take another deep breath in, filling your belly, letting your belly extend. Hold it and let it go. And just go ahead and come back to your natural breath. And just notice how just focusing on it has slowed it down just a little bit more. And we're going to take a trip with our imagination. So imagine yourself standing in a beautiful, thriving garden. Imagine yourself there now. And as you imagine and you're looking around, each plant, each flower, and each tree represents an area of your life. Relationships, health, career, personal growth, finances. So I'm going to give you a moment as you look around in your mind at your garden. Which ones represent relationships? Which ones health? What is the representation of your career, your personal growth, your finances? Each part of the garden has its own area. Notice how vibrant the garden is where you've given love and appreciation. What are those areas? Just feel the warmth, the richness, and the life bursting from these areas. Maybe the flowers are even a brighter color than you could have ever imagined. Maybe the trees are more beautiful and tall and broad and magnificent. You can feel the warmth of the golden sunlight coming down, nurturing every plant in the garden. So what areas are bursting with love and appreciation from you? Now, I want you to look around in your imagination and spot a part of the garden that maybe needs more attention. Maybe it looks like things are drying out. Maybe the weeds are growing. There could be so many things that show you that it needs more attention. So without judgment, I want you to walk over to it in your mind and gently offer it gratitude. Breathe in the gratitude for that area. Offer it care. And offer it your positive energy. And even put your hands on your heart as you're offering the gratitude, the care, and the positive energy to this area of your life, your garden that needs more attention. And now in your mind, I want you to visualize it instantly beginning to blossom and thrive. It's like you've thrown some fairy dust on it and suddenly it's blooming. The colors are vibrant. It is like it's just growing exponentially, right? Instantaneously. Just from your gratitude, your care, and your positive energy. And now feel inside yourself as you are the master gardener, and that everywhere you focus appreciates. Each part of that garden that you look at, you give your attention, you give your love, you give your care and your positive energy. Life grows richer and sweeter. Sense the deep power you hold to shape your destiny through your attention and intention. Now we're going to seal that visualization in, anchoring it in to be any time you put your hand on your heart, and it doesn't matter if it's both, it doesn't matter if it's one. So now go ahead and take that position, put your hand on your heart. For me, it's going to be both. And I want you to repeat after me. I'm going to say it first, and then you go ahead and say it. I am the master of my fate. What I appreciate appreciates. Now you can let your hands down. And we're going to do that one more time. We're really locking in this visualization by saying this affirmation, so that as you go through today, as you go through any day, if you start realizing that you're really wanting to tend to your garden, the garden of your life, you can just tap in and breathe. And just by taking that action, your mind will start sending out the care, the gratitude, and the positive energy that that area needs. And you don't always need to know or have to know exactly what that area is in that moment. So go ahead, hands back on your heart, and repeat after me. You can say it silently in your mind. I am the master of my fate. What I appreciate appreciates. So now that we have sealed this in, those subliminal messages, I am the master of my fate, what I appreciate appreciates, will be what runs through your mind every time you do this. Feeling a little down? Heart to your hands to your heart. Feeling tired? Hands to your heart. Whatever you're feeling, hands to your heart. Now go ahead, take a deep breath in, give it a good smile, and slowly open your eyes, carrying this empowering energy into your day. And remember, to bring this feeling back, we just anchored it in right here, hands on your heart. So when you start, good morning, Stacy. Good morning. You missed the process we did just a moment ago, so definitely watch the replay, and you'll find it to be very, very good for you. Good to see you. Good to see you, Stacy. So like I said, our journal prompt, when you do this process and then you start writing, where in my life can I focus more appreciation to invite greater growth? We just did a process that helped you see that, right? And then how can I take ownership of my path today with intentional gratitude and action? You've got this. You've got more power than you've ever given yourself credit for. And most of the time, we're not even aware of how much power we have. But man, oh man, let's start living in our powerful life. And really quick, if you do not follow me on YouTube, please do. It's Vickie Sue Poole. If you look me up, and I'll put a link. Haven't been on Facebook much lately, so haven't seen your lives lately. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Stacy. Good to see you. So if you're not following me on YouTube, please go and do that. I'm really wanting to stretch out my channel, and I am putting in different videos, hypnosis, meditations. I've got a meditation series that lives there. I am starting to do these daily drop-ins where it's a little short meditation. It's only anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, little hypnotic meditation that helps with different areas of your life. So you can go into my my channel, and then it is saved in the daily drop-ins, and you're going to love them. And I would love for you to not only subscribe to my channel, but I would love for you to, if you do one of those affirmations, one of the hypnosis, or even listening to my podcast or watching a video that I've done, please comment in there, give it a thumbs up, and anything that you do in there or you utilize in there that feels powerful and you want to share it with someone, share it. I'm really, really focusing on adding so much more value into that YouTube. And interestingly enough, my friend Christine and I are just creating a brand new podcast. And it is, hold on, let me see what the name of it is real quick. I completely forgot. Hold on. I just created the thumbnail thing for it, or whatever the heck it is. Hold on, let me get to my projects and I can see. Two Sassy Old Ladies. And we're going to be talking about business. We're going to be talking about stories. We're going to be talking about transformation. We've got so much gold that we're going to be sharing in there. Now, we've got it created. We don't even have the first episode. We're going to be doing that in the next few days. So be watching. I'll be sharing that out as soon as we get it going, but it's going to be fun. But in the meantime, please, please, please go and support me and my YouTube channel. I would appreciate everything you do. And you have such an amazing, blessed day. I mean, tending your garden is beautiful. So every seed of gratitude you plant today shapes the abundant life you live tomorrow. Think about that. It shapes the life you live tomorrow. All right. So you have an amazing day, like I said, and thank you for being here. And it's great to see you guys. Good luck with both. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Thank you. Christine and I are having so much fun doing a lot of this stuff that it's like it just keeps branching out to something else. So we're excited. So definitely, please, if you can, go and support my YouTube, and it's Vickie Sue Poole, and you should see a picture of me there when you look at it. So you'll know you're in the right place. But I don't think there's another Vickie Sue Poole on there. I don't think so. All right. I will see you guys on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. So be blessed, be happy, be delightful. Mwah. Love you guys.